You are so arrogant! There's no sense that you might have made a mistake, just a human being like everyone else. No, you put on your black coat, your hat, and you are armed and ready to judge everyone as if God speaks directly to you.
Can you love someone whose views you really can't stand? And can you learn to look beyond those views and to see the fullness of the person who holds those views? We really do get a cross-section coming to this, because the argument that they have is the most timeless of all arguments.
How in the name of any kind of justice can you continue to believe in this cruel God?
One of the sad things is that people who are ideologically very committed to a position usually end up regarding people who don't hold that position as if all that they are is that position.
I want us to be friends, Chaim.
It's easier to fight.
Hirsch is a real person of flesh and blood. He has friendships. Those friendships affect him. He says he had to struggle to regain his faith. You know, he surprises us.
There was no Hirsch. Just Chaim and his great plans to change the world, to change me. So who doesn't accept who, Chaim? Hear me! I was broken when you left!
We all have those partial times, those partial moments when we're shaken to the core, and that's, I think, where the power of Chaim's position comes from.
It's not that you don't agree with me, it's that you are denying who I am just the way you denied me when I left yeshiva.
Your memory is very cloudy.
What? You're the one who slammed the door in my face and erased me from your life.
And Chaim, of course, has carrying along with him the power not only of his enlightenment, not only of his poetry, but he carries an emotional position with which all Jews can empathize. How did God allow this? One of the things that's really exciting to me has been how well what was originally a movie translates itself into a play. It really is overwhelmingly a two-man show. There is the scene, of course, with Joshua, which is very powerful, but a play allows us in a way to get back to that original story, which is this grappling with issues of faith.
No. This is a jealous God, Hirsch. It's not my God.
I've been very, very pleased. It's been wonderful for me to see Sam Guncler and Reuven Russell. It's very exciting because they become the characters. You really see it. You see Sam at the beginning going up there reading Chaim's poetry. And from the beginning, he seems like that real character. And you imagine sort of this European intellectual. And then you very quickly start to realize a man whose life has been shattered. What you wouldn't have guessed right away is the background from which he came, so that when he then meets Reuven, the character of Hirsch, Reuven Russell, who really epitomizes the very character that he's representing, you know, and then you suddenly see, boy, this man has more in his background than I would have realized. And Reuven then deepens the whole character because we think at first we know exactly who Hirsch is, and we think we can predict everything that Hirsch is going to say. We've seen Jews who look like him, and we already know how they're going to speak. And then suddenly, no, they surprise us.
If you could only see, Chaim, that your life is a work of art, a great work of art, without the foolish audience or your name on the cover.
Both Sam and Reuven have brought a dynamism to this piece that gives it a whole new life.
You remember the Minsker?
Of course, the blind Rebbe.
Oh, always asked Goldstein to read to the
Always Goldstein.
The only one for some reason.
He hated it, Goldstein.
Well, Goldstein was probably the only name he knew. Boy, Goldstein was so fed up.
Over the years, among the nicest compliments David Brandis and I have gotten have been from Christians, because their argument was so few plays ever deal in any serious way with issues of faith and doubt. What I've discovered, whenever it's presented as a play, afterwards you sit around and you have a Q&A with the audience, you see people are really affected. It has stirred people up. You know that people are going to leave it and they're going to be talking about the arguments that were raised. They're going to be talking about their emotional identification with the characters. And of course, having the third character of Joshua, also Avi, adds yet another dimension to it. You feel like it's going to go into the next generation.